Hey guys, what's up? It's Nate, and I'm back with another episode of Paranormal Talk. Do you think your house is haunted, but you're unsure? You can't seem to have a team come out and check it out for you? Well, if you're brave enough, you can do it yourself, because in this day and age, guess what? There's an app for that. So in this new segment, what I'm going to be doing is downloading these apps from the App Store. I'm going to be testing them out with Charlie back here, and we're going to see exactly how they work. And I'm going to give you my opinion as to whether or not I think they can be used as valid tools for investigating the paranormal. This new segment is the paranormal app test. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so welcome back for the last installment of my test of the MagCam. Tonight's going to be the 5th night in a row I've tested it. So, hopefully, tonight we'll get some results. I will say so far, even for the lack of results, I appreciate it. I appreciate it because that's exactly how a paranormal investigation goes. You can go to a place, all night and not experience anything. Go back the next night and you can have a wild night. There's just no telling. So what I'm going to do tonight is I've got my K2 meter. I'm going to take my K2 meter. I'm going to test out some different electrical things in the house. I want to see if the electrical components in the house are causing this thing to snap photographs or not. If it is, then there's a very good possibility that in a way the app does work because it is detecting fluctuations in the field around my phone device. If that's the case, then this very well could be used to catch paranormal activity. So let's test it. Let's see how it goes. Let's jump into it. Alright guys, so I told you what I basically wanted to do. I'm going to check these settings. Preset high. I'm going to put this on preset medium. And I'm going to leave the flash off. Because to me, flash sometimes on an investigation is more of a hindrance. So I've got my K2 meter. I just want to see some things. So you notice our image count is at 0. This puts off anywhere between 2.5 and 10. Let's see what happens if I put my phone near it. Okay, it's not taking any photographs. Alright, so let's see. Wow, the microwave is really high. Let's see what happens if I go to the microwave. Nothing at all. Let's see what happens if I change the preset to low. Nothing. Okay, let's try this again. The light, nothing. Let's change the preset to high. I don't know what all that is. Oh, wrong preset. Alright. Nothing here. Nothing here. Okay. Let's go out this way. Let's see what TV puts off. Let's go. Alright, so nothing's happening here. No photos are being taken. The Wi-Fi router is freaking really high. And that's on preset high. For preset medium. Yeah, like. Alright, so nothing seems to be modifying the device, which is really weird, because that means I really can't explain why when I put my device up to the computer monitor the other day, it started randomly snapping photographs. Let's see. I'm not a fan of opening this, but mainly because I've blessed it. And I'm not sure if the history behind it's true or not. So. Take this out of the box. It's got no kind of energy around it. If I get close to it, will it snap photographs? Okay, it does not. So. That's interesting, because now it's not wanting to take any photographs for me, which is really weird, because the other day, it most definitely was wanting to take photographs when I was up in that spare bedroom, which is where my daughter was staying when she was up here, and she said that she felt uncomfortable in there. She couldn't explain why. Maybe she felt uncomfortable in there because something really was bothering her. It's very difficult to tell, very difficult to assess, but what I'm going to do now, is anybody in here with me? Anybody who resides in this house? I'm not speaking to any outside forces. Come to me. Modify this device. If you come close enough and use enough energy, it will modify and anything around the phone, and it will take a photograph of you. I invite you to come have your picture taken. You guys can see it's a very narrow hallway. Try going down through that thing sometimes, and man, you're just running everything. I'm tempted to see what would happen if I went down to the basement. So I don't know what this thing does. I've yet to figure out what that does. Information. MagCam for iPhone. Let's see. Okay. Entertainment. Offered for entertainment. Author software. MagCam uses a 3-axis magnetometer. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Oh, okay. So let's preset this down to, say, 4.3 milligauss. Instantly 5 images. Look at this. So now that the preset is at that, if I didn't know what that did, look at that. Constant photographs. I wonder what happens now if I go over to the TV. Oh dear Jesus, look at that. Wi-Fi router? Nope, nothing but the Wi-Fi router. TV definitely snaps some images. And we're not even going to look at those guys because they're all going to be blurry as fuck. And they're going to be of nothing, as we know. Alright, so you know what? Why don't I set this to a nice, even 10. So that's half of what the device actually calls for. And just to clear out this, I kind of want to clear out this image count. So let's go and do that. Alright, so let's reload this down to 10%. That's close enough. Is anybody in here with me? You can come and modify this device. Please do so. I invite you to come have your picture taken. There's 2 different devices here. Is anybody in here with me? Come and make this device fluctuate. Make it go from green to yellow. Can you make that go from green to yellow for me? I'd greatly appreciate it. Alright. It's pretty quiet. So, I think trying to be quiet because everyone else is asleep. My girlfriend's not feeling the greatest. So I'm trying my best not to wake her up. Oh, we got 2 images. See what those last 2 images were. Okay, apparently just me moving the phone. Okay, so we're gonna ignore those 2 images. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go down to the basement. Turn the flash on. Okay, I guess flash auto will work. gotten some decent responses down here in the past. And actually, now I think about it, it's been a while since I've come down to the basement and done a test. Does anybody in here with me? Down here in this basement, anyone that resides in this house? Come forward. Modify it. You guys see that's a spider web. Modify this device. It'll take a photograph of you. I invite you to come and have your picture taken. Not much fluctuating levels wise down here. It's pretty steady. Let's get near the furnace and see what happens. Okay, so near the furnace it's iffy. How about this one? So I have two different heating systems down here, so I'm gonna go near them both and see what happens. So nothing seems to be happening too much with this one. How about... Ooh. Okay, it's most likely just because it went over the halfway mark there. And I'm hoping those pictures didn't come out blurry because I was kind of moving. I want to see if I can recreate that. Let's see if it'll come out this way. You know what's kind of weird though is that is the exact spot that I was just standing at when we tested Diabolus, and it said picture, and I took a picture and I caught that mist right over in this area. So it was actually kind of interesting. Should move a little bit slower maybe. Because when it starts to take a picture, I can't see the flash because I have the lights on down here. Let's see what's over this way. This fuse panel here. Oh, even this fuse panel's not putting off a whole hell of a lot. And yes, the fuse panel is turned on. I can't wait till I get a chance to cement this floor in. So one thing I've realized, guys, when you're using the flash or the photos, as soon as you realize it starts snapping photos, you gotta stand still. If you don't, you're gonna get nothing but blurriness, and honestly, it snaps photos pretty fucking quick. So you really have to be quick when you see it start to snap photos. Like legit, that Mountain Dew can has been down here since I moved in. Oh, that was a pipe. You know what? Almost every video I come down here, I hit my head on something. So that's kind of to be expected, right? Let's go see what those pictures were. All right. Yeah, I don't see anything in those photographs. So let's go back to the app. This is the last time I'll be testing this app. So if you want to have your photograph taken this way, please come forward. Have your photograph taken. Don't be shy. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not going to make you leave. We've talked before. You know I'm an okay guy. I've always been respectful of you. I've always been nice. So now I'm going to come back around this way and see if I can recreate that going off. I cannot. Alright, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know. Oh, there we go. I don't know what that was. See if I can recreate that. Okay. No, it wasn't up high enough maybe. It wasn't low enough. Okay, so I don't know what caused that to go off. I'm gonna hold it right here and see if it continuously does it. If that was you that modified the device, attempt to have your picture taken, thank you, I appreciate it. It's in the same area, so let's see what those photos were. Nothing in that one that I can see. I'm not seeing anything in those photos. Other than that weird light right there. But that could be Yes, that's going to be a reflection. And I'll show you guys that reflection. That reflection's right up there in the window. So you can see that that's actually nothing, it's just a reflection. I don't know what keeps setting that off right there. I think it's got to be something to do with the furnace because it only seems to be happening in that one spot. It doesn't seem to be happening anywhere else. Whoa, okay. So maybe it is. Let's see if I move the phone really quick. Does it do it when I move the phone really quick? No, so okay. I have no idea what modified it here. If that was you, please come and do that again. Let's see what those photos were because I don't know what just happened here. Of course, they're going to be too blurry for me to see anything. What is that? Black spot right there, and you can clearly see that it does overlap my filing cabinet there. So that could be something, but it's just, honestly, it's too blurry. As an investigator, I have to throw that out no matter how interesting that is, because that could be nothing more than just motion blur. What happens when I get next to this fuse box? Nothing. Oh. Wow, look how high that one is. Okay. As soon as I move away from it, it starts snapping. So I kind of wonder if there was a surge in the electricity there that caused the app to pick up the reading and took the photographs. That could be the only thing I could think of that would have naturally explained why it went off where I'm standing. And I'll show you guys where I was just standing. I was standing right there in the middle of the screen, right where that crosshair is. So I don't know exactly what would have caused that to happen right there, because that light's a pretty decent. Oh, I wonder. Okay, now it's taking a lot of photos. Okay, so when I move the phone up really quickly, it seems to snap photographs sometimes, like that. Like that. Like that. Okay, so there's not really any wiring right here, guys. But if I move the phone in just the right direction with quick jerking motions, it will take photographs. I can pretty much recreate this over and over again, just like that. It does it sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. Alright, so let's go upstairs now. I want to have a look at those photos, just to see what came out. Alright, doesn't really look like anything of interest. Now my phone's auto brightening. Now I can actually see what pictures look like. That's better. Let's see. Excuse me. Let me close that attic door up and then I'll come back in there. I'm not seeing anything in these photographs, guys. If you see anything, let me know. I could be overlooking something, but I kind of know what I'm looking for. However, a second pair of eyes never hurts. And I'm not seeing anything that would instantly say, hey, Nate, you caught something paranormal in your photograph. All right. So guys, I think that's going to be it for my MagCam test. I'm going to go ahead, close out the app, and come back with my final conclusion. Alright guys, so that was my final test of the MagCam by Digital Dowsing. Overall, you guys watched my test throughout the week, or I hope you did. And in this installment, we ran a few tests. We took out the K2 meter. I wanted to see what different electronics in my house put off different readings. And I wanted to see if the phone would fluctuate to those readings. Some cases it did, some cases it didn't. Now, I did like the fact that I figured out the slide bar at the bottom is actually your adjustable scale for the milligauss that you would like to be adjusted in order to snap a photograph. That would have been great to know. My dumbass should have read the information on that the first video, but I didn't. So, did we catch anything? No, we didn't. Unfortunately, guys, this was 3 videos where you guys watched and nothing really exciting happened. But that's the thing. That's the paranormal. It happens like that. It doesn't happen on cue. It happens when it wants to. The app did seem, once I adjusted the level, to fluctuate. Whenever I put it near the electronic devices, it picked up extremely high on my K2. Did it fluctuate to the level of the K2? Not really. But it did seem to sense that there was a change in the electromagnetic field around the phone itself, because the levels did go up. I do not like the fact that when we were in the basement testing, that if you move the phone too quick, and as you guys saw, I was able to recreate, boom, boom, if you move the phone too quickly to snap a photograph. If you're using this as a paranormal investigator, and something jumps out at you and you move too quick, or say something just moves, it could be an animal, and you move too quick, it's possibly going to snap a photograph. That's kind of discerning to me, because that can cause a lot of false positives. I'm not a fan of that. However, that is a quirk that I feel like I could deal with one simple solution. Set the phone down and don't carry it. Leave it where it is. That is an issue that could be very easily fixed. If you leave it where it is and you're not moving it and you have it on a steady, stable surface and it starts snapping photographs, check those photographs, because you possibly have something modifying your device. And I'm going to make a recommendation to you. Do a 2-way confirmation. Go and get a screen capture. Run the app while running the screen capture. This way, if something does modify your device, you could possibly catch it on video too. No one can say you recreated a photo that you not only caught on video, but you caught on the stills as well. Great way to back up your evidence. I would say, as my final conclusion, is this app worth having in your paranormal toolbox? I think the app seems to work to an extent, for the most part, I would say, as advertised. I think that if used in the correct manner, that this possibly could be a tool that you would want in your paranormal toolbox. I would say go and download it, guys. It's like $1.99. Give it a shot. See what happens. If you catch anything with it, let me know, because I think that this could be a great tool if used in the correct manner. So that's what I've got to say about that app, guys. I think that it very well could be a legitimate tool if used properly. That's what I've got for you guys. Thank you for joining me as I tested this app over the week. I surely hope you come back and join me for my next video. I don't know what app I'm testing yet, but we're going to figure it out. Guys, Nate signing out. Y'all have a good night.